I mean, what kid didn't grow up on sloppy joes? It's a meal the entire family eats and loves. It's super easy to make, but oh, my version will blow the doors off. I'm loading it up with a bunch of delicious toppings. You know what you're gonna put into this because it's homemade and it's absolutely delicious. It's funny because when I started making this recipe today, all I could think of was Adam Sandler's song, The Lunch Lady, where he's like, sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe, yeah. We're not making this from leftover meatloaf, and if you grew up in the early to mid 90s, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But first, we gotta knock out a little prep. Sound good? Let's cook. We're going to start by small dicing up some bell peppers. I'm using yellow and red because, well, green peppers suck and taste like nothing. So simply remove the sides of the yellow peppers and then julienne them. If you need a quick reference guide, be sure to check out this video. Turn the peppers and then small dice them. We're going to do the exact same thing with our red bell peppers. Again, remove the sides, julienne, and then small dice them. Because we're cooking them all at the same time, go ahead and finish those up and simply add them to a large bowl that can hold everything. For a little bit more flavor and kick, I'm going to add in some garlic. I'm of course going to run it through a garlic press because I'm super lazy bones and I'm sick of dicing garlic in this life. Once you run it through the press, slice off the end just to make sure you get it all. We're now going over to a cooktop. I've got a large rondeau pot that I'm going to add in a bit of canola oil, not too much, just a tad, and then simply put in your bell peppers and garlic. We're going to cook this on low to medium heat, more just sweating the vegetables here. We're not looking for a caramelization, but we want to bring about all of those amazing natural flavors that are in the peppers, in the garlic. It's going to be some nice sweetness and a lot of great pepper flavor. After about 5 to 7 minutes or so, we're now going to add in some ground beef. I've got a combination of ground chuck, ground sirloin, which is 80 to 20 fat to lean, and 85 to 15 fat to lean. Just a really nice combination. We're cooking this on medium heat. No need to get a brown on the ground beef. We just want to cook it until all the pink is completely out of the meat. And I'll stop right there and say, yes, obviously I'm making a ton of sloppy joes. But we got some guests staying at our house, but this recipe will half or even quarter down very, very easily. Just scale back the recipe to meet your own needs, okay? Good. Now, it's time to make our sauce. So I'm going to start by adding in some tomato puree. No, we're not using ketchup. I don't know what's in ketchup, but I do know in tomato puree it's simply pureed tomatoes. Now we're going to hit it with a little bit of yellow mustard. You could use Dijon if you're looking for a little kick. I think yellow mustard is the perfect ingredient here. Followed up by adding in some brown sugar, which is going to add some great sweetness to this. Hit it with some chili powder. Next, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And then all of this needs a little acid, so we're going to hit it with some white vinegar, a little bit of tomato paste, which is going to thicken it up nicely. Then begin to stir it and move everything together and around. And what I like to do at this point is simply turn it down to low heat because we want to let it cook and let all those flavors come out. And it's going to take about 25 or 30 minutes. And I think that's the nice part about this recipe is you know what's in it. We're not just dumping in a bunch of canned whatever into this mix. We know we've got tomato puree, tomato paste. You saw the ingredients I put in there. They're natural. It's exactly what you should do when making this recipe. And to take this recipe one step further, you may have noticed I didn't put onions in my sloppy joe. It's because I want to put it on the top. So I'm going to simply remove the ends of some yellow onions, peel it, and remove that outer shell, that outer tough skin on the outside of the onion. And then I'm going to slice it in some very thick rings, maybe about a ½ inch thick or so. You can go a little thinner, a little thicker, whatever you got, no problem here. But the goal here is to get these cooked up and roasted and caramelized. So add them to a bowl, head over to your cooktop, and in a separate, very large pan, I'm going to hit it with a bit more oil and over medium heat. Add in your onions, and we are going to caramelize these up. It's going to take about 25 or 30 minutes, which is perfect timing because that's how long it's going to take our sloppy joes to infuse all that delicious flavor. So keep cooking. Not quite there yet. Move some things around. Looking good. Got a slight little brown on them. Not yet. Looking good. Got some more caramelization. Let's take another peek after a few more minutes. Not quite super close, you guys. You could pull it if you want. I'm going to go a little bit further, and boom, yes. Let's pull it off because we are one step closer to this Sloppy Joe recipe. And before we plate this up, let me just say this. I always tell you that it's all about understanding these fundamental basics like caramelizing onions, making homemade sauces for your Sloppy Joes, that will make your food taste insanely better. Remember, homemade food from scratch is always more amazing than anything you're gonna get at the store. Understanding these techniques are gonna be applied to all of your cooking. It's gonna make you a better home cook. Real quick though, we do need to go back to the Sloppy Joe because we are gonna season it up with some sea salt and some fresh cracked black pepper. Meat loves salt, it loves acid. We've got all those in there. This is going to be one dang tasty Sloppy Joe, my friends. Mix all of that around together. Now, let's head back over to your cooktop. So take that pan, take everything back over there. Got a nice little sweet brioche bun that I'm going to add some of the Sloppy Joes on. Stack it high, my friends. Of course, add the other top to that bun. And a very simple classic recipe for all you home cooks to serve up in the middle of the week. I mean, that's a normal Sloppy Joe. It looks good. There's nothing wrong with that. But what if we hooked it up with a ton of toppings? So now what I'm going to do is go to super slow motion, add the Sloppy Joes all over the bottom part to a sweet brioche bun. And why not hit it with a little bit of cheese? Maybe for a little zip, we'll add on some pepper jack, or maybe even some Colby jack. Or how about both? I think we should just do both. That's right. Next, those amazing caramelized onions that we cooked up. Gonna add some incredible flavor to the Sloppy Joes. And to top it off, remember I just made pickles. Got some bread and butters and some dill pickles, all homemade. Incredible flavor to add onto the Sloppy Joes. So stack it high, my friends. Put those pickles on there and boom. Finish it off with the other top of this bun. Man, how about this beauty? Holy smokes, is this just so good. Be sure to like this video, definitely subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to check out this video, and I'll see you on there.